Hey, what is up, YouTube? What is up? Woo! What is up, YouTube? What is up, Christian Theology family? So we have KEL Mitchell, and him talking about his ex-wife and the things that went through that led to their divorce. So let's get straight to it, guys. I'm not gonna waste your time. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you enjoy the content. Let's get straight to it.
Marrying my ex-wife, because we had another baby. We had a baby, right? We had the abortion, but then we had a baby. And she ended up telling me that the baby that was aborted wasn't mine. And so within that process,
Wow. So she really, wow. So she cheated, got pregnant, and then convinced this man that, hey, I think we should. I'm not ready for a child. I think we should kill it. I'm not really ready. I'm not ready to be a mother. I know you're busy, you're traveling, all this and that. I'm not ready to be a mother right now. I'm not ready to be a mother. I'm not. You've been traveling. I don't know if you have time to be raising a child right now. So why don't we just get rid of the child? Why don't we just kill it? I know we don't need a child right now because we're both busy chasing our dreams. So let's just kill the child. And he also went and killed the child. But the thing was, it wasn't his child. It was another man's child. So she got rid of the baby to keep her secret. Wow. Human beings, man.
are immediately married within a lie already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So the marriage was never the same after that, was it?
No, it was. This is at the beginning. You know what I'm saying? This is
Wow.
at the beginning. And so within
They're already
that
cheating.
process,
She probably should have kept that to herself.
Right.
Well, I'm glad she didn't. And so within that process, with that being known, it was just like, yo, and now I'm on TV. Oh, I'm still on TV. All this thing. And I
I'm
don't
trying
have
to
time
find
to
an
really process
ex-wife,
that.
bro.
And she
His
almost,
ex-wife.
even in
Holy.
the pregnancy, she almost died within the pregnancy. So that was a hard time too.
Right.
And I remember some of the writers coming to the set, to the hospital, and they were like bringing presents, and I'm thinking like, oh yeah, cool, thank you. And then they were like, yo, when can you be back on set? And it was just
Bro,
like,
you see what I'm dealing with?
Yeah, we'll see what I'm dealing with. But no shout out to no shade to them. They were doing what they were told as far as a job to see if Kevin could be back on set. And I was the one that ended up getting someone pregnant around that time. But I'm just setting up so you understand what was really going on.
Right.
When we get to 2004, you know what I mean?
Yes.
In that process. So and now knowing that this, the kid is is mine, and then now leaving the show, on Nickelodeon, and then I had Mystery Man, this big show, and I'm thinking like, oh yeah, that's gonna be it. You know what I mean? And learning within that process too, where it was like, hey, well, no, I don't want to renew on all that Kenan and KEL. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And I already know what's going on as far as what's happening within this realm of what's going on with the show behind the scenes and what's going on with me. And I was just like, yo, I'm ready to leave anyway. And then Mystery Man didn't do as well as we thought it was going to. You know what I mean? As we thought it was going to do within that process. And then just navigating through that, now being a father. And here's the thing about it is that the reason I didn't have anybody relate to, because I was the first one out of the entire cast to be married, to have a house, have kids, and Kenan, Nick, none of them could relate to that. They were still being kids. And also, too, there was this process of, I got it all together. I already know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And that's what I was doing. You know what I mean? To me, it was like, I can handle this. I can handle this.
Right.
No.
You couldn't.
No, you can't handle this within the start because you're really going through something that is really deep, and you need to let people know and let people know how you feel and let people know what's on your heart, what's really going on. But I kept it in and was like, I can handle this. Yeah.
You mentioned a lot of some of the kids, actors and actresses that you were around. Life had gotten so overbearing that they didn't feel they could go on.
Yeah.
You mentioned Amanda Bynes, and you see her in conservatorship, and you see her dealing with her issues. How difficult is that for you, knowing what you went through and seeing her go through something very similar?
It's deep. I mean, when I was at the Sun Hotel in Canada, where I was going to end my life at that moment, on the other side of a balcony, Amanda was there. Amanda was shooting a show, a movie where she played a guy, that movie. And Kenan was in town too as well. We hadn't talked in a while. He was doing Snakes on the Plane.
Okay.
And no one knew that I was going through with my ex. We had very toxic relationship. You know what I mean? As you can imagine from the start of it all. You know what I mean?
It's hard to reveal something after a lie.
Yeah, bro.
If it was founded on a lie, it's going to fall eventually.
Yeah, exactly. And it went from bad to worse, with the things that were being revealed, and It was a lot, you know. It was other times she had gotten pregnant, other things, and it just got to a point.
She had gotten pregnant again?
Yeah.
While y'all were together?
Yeah.
And it wasn't you?
Not with me.
Ah, come on, KEL.
It wasn't me. It wasn't.
And you stuck around?
Yeah, I stuck around. But here's the thing. These were things that were being revealed. You know.
She telling you this?
No.
How do you find this out? I want to know how you found this out. You read a letter. You got to it through the phone.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So how that one went? There was a thing where we weren't having sex anymore, and we weren't doing anything anymore. Just because.
You weren't having sex. Clearly, she was.
Yeah, she was. Yeah.
Just because of I knew what was going on.
Right.
And I was like, yo, what is even happening? You're not coming home. You're not doing all these different things.
And y'all man, she not coming home.
Yeah. But then this was, back then.
Yeah, she definitely should.
It's all good.
Yeah.
But this was the process of what I was going through.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And so now, as this is going on, there was a time get some more soda.
I need something stronger than soda can. You telling me that right here?
Go ahead, brother.
I mean, you had one. You bought it in, but that wasn't yours. She
Yeah.
told you. You didn't know.
Yeah.
You had one of your own, and you
My
keep it.
fault, y'all.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Mike,
There was
Mike gonna
a
kill me.
situation where there was a guy, and I had a feeling, you know what I mean, that she was
Did you know him?
talking to somebody. It was one of her friends that used to come over, right? And I was working a lot, you know what I mean. So it was one of those situations. And so I was dropping off the kids, and didn't go to work, and you know how I go. And so one day I decided where I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take the car and just kind of like go searching where she might be, because she don't be come home. And so I got in the whip, went driving around, saw her whip. Looked different, and I saw it, and I said at the hotel, I was like, yo, okay, this is a car at the hotel. I go to the lobby, you know what I mean, to go walk.
So what? You were just driving in the city, and you just went to a hotel and just found a car there. Obviously, you was tracking a car or something like that, right? It don't make sense. How would you know what exact hotel she was at? That means you went to every hotel spot in the radius? I'm not sure. I don't know how that happened. I don't know.
Into the lobby. Turns out dude just go walking down the lobby about to go to the car, my car, and then she was driving, you know what I mean? And I'm like, oh, okay, what's up? Take me upstairs. Let's go to the elevator, let's go together. You know what I mean? And he's like, oh, okay, cool. You know what I mean? We go up, we don't need to fight, let's go.
Yeah.
Because I already know what it is.
Right.
So we go up, of course she's surprised, within the room. And, we walk in, I walk in there and I'm just like, hey, okay, so this is what's going on. Okay, cool. You know what I mean? All right, and this is what you're doing? Okay, so, and I walk out, because I'm like, I'm not about to fight over someone that...
She already made a decision.
Yeah, she don't love you, yeah.
We done been through it.
Did she come out and let me explain?
Yeah.
What did that explain? Offer without explanation.
Explain.
You don't need to explain nothing.
After I went to the car, then there was this... I was like, yo, I need to go back. And I went back, because now I was like, well, I felt disrespected, so now I need to go do something. After I went back, so then I'm going back up there. Cops came, everybody came up at that point. And I remember this cop told me, he said, hey, yo, I seen this type of woman, this situation. You need to get out of this situation. You know what I mean? You need to get out of this situation. Like,
kill her.
Like a goofy, still stayed around. You know what I mean? We said we was trying to make it work for the kids. You know what I mean? Trying to make it work for the kids. But it just wasn't
Obviously, she wasn't trying to make it work.
And she ended up getting pregnant by another guy. Now, how that situation happened
Three
was that I was
men?
at the hospital. She had a sickle cell trait. So she ended up, I'm thinking it's that.
I thought, yeah, I'm trying to fix this mic. It's right in my face. Let me mute
Yeah,
myself.
so you lost the baby. And I was just like, hey, yo, what? You lost the baby? And I'm like, oh, I know that's not mine. And so I lost the baby, and I'm like, okay, so she was pregnant at that time. And this was just like, what was going on? You know what I mean? Within the relationship.
That was rough,
but then
bro.
it's also doing movies, doing TV shows, doing all these things as this is going on, not really telling anybody anything.
Right.
I wasn't telling my parents, telling my family what was going on.
Right.
So now all these situations are happening. And I get to the point where I'm at, 2004 up there. And the thing about it is that I would drink, to get out of such, emotional, all of this mind, because it was just kind of like, making people laugh and doing all these things. But then also this is going on too as well. You know what I mean? And so I got to the point where I'm about to do this. And the reason I did that was because I went to Canada to do this movie. And we had the relationship was just toxic at that point. So now I'm here and I get a phone call. And she's this guy, that she wants to be with. And I was just like, okay, yeah, y'all need to be together. You know what I mean? Like, let's do this. But then I'm also dealing with the embarrassment of all of this situation. What's going on? I don't want people to know what I'm going through, all this situation. And I just felt like at that point it needs to be a reset button. Just because I looked at my parents and how beautiful their relationship was and how this relationship was not being that at all. and how what I thought marriage would be wasn't that at all. And then even just the navigation of this industry as well and what was going on. And I just wanted to hit an off button at that point, and I felt like that was the answer.
Right.
I tell people, you know, I heard something tell me, hey, yo, KEL, get into a room, lock the door, and get off this balcony. I know that was God now, but at that time, I said it was a person, but I know it was God that told me to do that. And I did that and went and did work, and then from that, changing my life around, where it's to the point where now it's like really living life for me and understanding that, yeah.
KEL, even though I'm listening to you talk, and
Yeah.
it's a very traumatic experience, and I'm sorry that you had to experience that,
Saw that,
but
yeah.
it seems to me, no matter how chaotic it was in your personal life, it was the acting that kept you going.
Well, I would say this, because even with the process of me and Keenan, he kind of just, and I don't think he knows it, we did have a conversation about this, but he didn't know any of this either. He didn't know all these things were going on in my life until recently when I was able to talk to him about it. And the thing about it is that on that side of work, when it was a thing of, my talent being stolen by, this writer, this yelling by this writer, all these different things, the process of that and work and all how that was, and navigating that, he was also managed by the same company that the writer was in. And so within that, it was just like, oh, y'all all together. So I couldn't trust anybody. And where I was from, with having people, die within my life that were in Chicago, I'm going through turmoil in a toxic relationship. And then I'm also having problems within the workplace as well. That was a gumbo of just like, yo, you know what I mean, of what was going on. And that's when I talk about, like, with Robin Williams, when I was saying, like, smiling through everything and making other people laugh.
Yes.
You never know what somebody else might be going through at that time. And Keenan was going through his own process as well and things that he was going through, but we both weren't sharing.
Right.
And this is what I talk about with relationship and letting people know what's on your heart. And letting people know what you might be dealing with, because if you don't let people know,
They don't know.
and you just deal with that's a great place for the devil to just play with you. You know what I mean, within that process. And I had to really understand that. You know what I mean? And so even with Amanda, I understood, what she was going through. Everybody has their own journey of what they're going through in life. Everybody's journey is different, and this is my journey and process of it.
You were in a movie with Cat Williams called Ganked.
Yeah.
What was it like working with Cat?
Cat Williams is amazing, bro.
Yeah, so that's about it. That's about it with the story, man. Wow. So the wife cheated 3 times and got pregnant. Imagine how many times she cheated with other men. This is the men that got her pregnant. So this is the men that she let hit raw, right? She let these type of men hit raw, and both of them got her pregnant. They both got her pregnant, man. Wow, that's crazy. And I know he's definitely not innocent in all this, because you have to be doing something to that woman that it has to push her to go and continue sleeping with other men and getting pregnant by those men. And obviously, a lot of people are questioning your sexuality. We don't know if you were actually straight or not. We don't know, bro. We don't know. We having all these kids, but that don't mean that you straight. We don't know. So, and honestly, yeah, he did give me a little bit, no, vibes, but I don't know. Some men are just like that. They talk like that. They're quiet. Whatever it is, they might be a little fluid, but that doesn't mean they're actually part of that community. So I don't know, man. But obviously, she had to find out something that like got her so mad that she was like, "I'm with her, so now I could do whatever I want," because he doesn't actually like women. I don't know. All right, that's my thoughts about it, man. You guys, if you enjoyed the video, kindly hit the subscribe button and hit the like button. I'll see you guys on the next one.